just makes me proud of you because things and being a part of programs like this is what separates those who just want to be ordinary from those who want to be extraordinary. Greatness takes time. Greatness takes commitment. Greatness takes sacrifice. And so if you want to be great, you have to get involved in programs such as this, right? Now, I would go around the room and ask you all to introduce yourselves to me, but I don't want to waste y'all time. Y'all probably introduce yourselves many times, so I'm not going to trouble you with that. But I'm going to be brief tonight, and I just want to impart something simple, and then just open the floor for any questions. Let you guys talk to me, express any questions or concerns that you have for me, all right? Because I'm not that far removed from your age, man. I'm very close to your age. It wasn't too long ago where, what you look like that? It wasn't too long ago. Where I was in your seat, man. You must know who I am. What? That's called. Yeah, man. Me and you done already got into it once. But look, man, look. Look around this room. Look around this room. We all know what we represent. African American men. Not African American thugs. African American men. It's called crown because you all are to be represented as kings. I'm not sure how society depicted us. I'm not sure how even people in our own community depict us. But to have this group of young men that many have marginalized and have labeled to be seeking higher education, brothers, you are a big deal. Right? You are a big deal. You think that you're just here going to college, going to classes, coming to Crown, eating some sandwiches. Y'all think that's just ordinary, man. But some people paid the ultimate price for us all to have this opportunity that we have right now. Here it is, brother. We are a minority group in society, right? The opposite of a minority group is a what? Majority. What's the first 5 letters in majority? Major. My challenge for you, if you forget everything else I say tonight, is to realize that just because you are not in the majority does not mean that you are not major. That's kind of cold, huh? You may not be in the majority, but you are still major. Guess what? Nichols State needs you. State of Louisiana needs you. This country needs you. Your community needs you. Your family needs you. Where the crazy got to take a 730 class? I didn't know they did that, man. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough, but let me tell you what to get you through. The fact that so many people need you should give you the motivation. Yeah, you're going to get tired of it morning, but it should give you the motivation to persevere. This is no small task that you all are trying to accomplish. You all are about to be degreed young black men. Notice I said degree, which means that you're going to finish this process. But it's not going to just come to you. It's going to take some men in the minority who understand that they are still major. We can do more than run the ball. We can do more than dunk. We can do more than hit the jump shot. But we can get in that classroom and we can excel. We can excel outside of the classroom. We can have clean criminal records. And if you do have a criminal record, that does not define you. Because even though you may not be in the majority, you're still what? Major. still make it. And guess what? Despite what anyone admits or not, you have the keys in your head and in your hearts right now to change this entire world. That's all I really came to tell you. Now what I'm going to do is hear from you all. Hear what are your concerns? What are your fears? What are your thoughts? Is there anyone tonight who can be so honest tonight? This is a group of brothers, right? Y'all have the type of bond with each other? Is there anyone at this moment right now thinking about quitting? Tell me why.
Because of my physics class, I got a physics class, physics lab class, statistics class, physiology class, genetics, and I know all those like junior classes, but I really wasn't prepared. I really didn't know that all this was gonna come at me at once, because sophomore year was easy, freshman year was easy. So like, I really don't know right now, but I feel like I still should push through, because like, I pushed through my sophomore year, I pushed through my freshman year, so I might as well push through my junior year. Sometimes I have thoughts of quitting, but like, and then after I think about the future, like, well, what if I do quit? I could be working at Walmart or something, or the dollar store, and I don't want to work at the Walmart.
You have dreams and ambitions for yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Tell you from experience. You don't know that you have a great future based upon how easy things are. You know that you have a great future by the fact that you are faced with challenges. Right? If you're in an environment where that it's challenging you, that means that you're in an environment that's going to pay off for you. Guess what? You are not the only person who's thought about quitting. There are some men who are wealthy, successful, degreed people now who at one moment also thought about quitting. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
It wasn't really confirmation, like I felt overwhelmed or anything, but it was more like a feeling of contentment, because I remember meeting with my advisor at the time, because I'm a culinary major, and like you could either go for the associates or you could focus on something and get a bachelor's. I'm going for my bachelor's in business entrepreneurship, and I remember he told me one time I had enough hours to get my associates, so that information never really left my mind, and I don't know, sometimes I just think about, it gets hard, and I'm like, I could just graduate, I could just wait for the graduation date and apply, but something always like gets me. Like I remember one day I thought about it, and the next day my old instructor, he like really dragged me to the presentation they were having for the Masters tournament. He was like, you need to be here, you know. So it's nice to know that people really think I should go the extra mile, because you know they see something in me, and I shouldn't just be content with the bare minimum. So,
Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought. I'm gonna come back to that. Who else? Someone else. I want to get to what he said. Once again, looking around this room. Now these two gentlemen expressed thoughts of quitting. That's them today. Tomorrow it could be you. But a bonded group like this is something that you all should take advantage of. Because at any moment, any of you have that feeling, it should be somebody in this room. I know one brother back there, the club, who should be able to pick you up and encourage you. And if there is someone to encourage you, that means they see something in you that you don't even see. Let me tell you something, brothers. There are things and gifts and talents and purposes in you that you don't even see yourself. That's why it's important to surround yourself with people who can have fun with you, be collegial with you, do whatever with you. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? But at the end of the day, they need to be able to pull you up when you have those moments. You think that successful men have never had those moments where they feel like they weren't fit, were not equipped. There are things in this earth, this world, this country, this state, this region, designed to make you feel like you're not worthy, to make you feel like you're not equipped. But guess what? They don't run you. They don't have your future. They don't have your destiny. That comes from inside of you. And I want to charge you all tonight to be each other's support. Because just like you need support, man to the right or the left of you needs that same support. And that's what makes this cohort model, this living, learning community, this support group so powerful. Because you have like-minded individuals. No one understands the struggle of being a black man like a black man. No one understands that. No one understands that. But you all understand. And you're learning more about it. But you're learning more about it not just for yourself. You're learning more about it because there are some other men who need that same support to be lifted up. Future's bright for you, gentlemen. Do you really believe that? Y'all really believe your future's bright?
Yes, sir.
You really believe one of these classes are worth it?
Yeah, I hope so.
General studies classes are a waste of time.
It's going to be tough, and you're going to think that these classes are irrelevant. You're going to think a lot of these things are irrelevant. But look, brother, I promise you, take it seriously and make the most out of it. Get involved in things that are not just in the classroom. Because your future job is not tied to what you do in the classroom. Your future job is tied on how you can communicate with other people. A program like this. Who you don't know who in this room can be the break that you need. Take it serious, brother. It could be a different way. It could be a different way. There are some young men in your same position that you went to high school with in your family who made one decision that you may have also made one point in your life also. But you're here today because there's an assignment that you have. And the assignment that you have is bigger than you. So when I go back to what I said, even though you're not the majority of your major, that major, that word means that your community can change. You're the change that your family needs to see. I'm going to ask you all a question. I don't live in this design, I guess is the word. I work at a HBCU. I'm alum of Grambling State University. I'm employed at Grambling State University. So I get to see this all day, every day. Right? I see this all day, every day. But you all are in a unique space. Do you feel as if your voices are heard?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But you gotta try a little harder to make your voice
I
straight.
heard some butts.
Yeah, my case is anecdotal. Like
I like your wordplay there, man.
Thank you. Like half of my teachers black, and I see one of them like half of the week. So it's really like I'm not in a like typical PWI situation.
That's great. That's great. Elaborate a little bit more on that, man.
I say that because I feel like I've had a bunch of opportunities to speak my mind to whoever I needed to. Like if I heard a no from someone else, I could always go to another professor or another and get a yes. Or I could always speak my mind and have something done. You know, I've never felt like I was limited at any point in time.
That's great. You know how rare it is for not just black people to feel as if they're heard at the PWI, but for black men to feel as if they're heard. All of you may not feel that way. All of you may not feel that way. That's a reality. But that's rare. Because a lot of times we are always put in a box of what they expect an African American man to be. So enjoy that moment. Here it is. Leave this with you as well. And I'm going to let you ask me some questions. What is your legacy going to be at this institution? It's rhetorical. You don't have to answer it to me. Ain't really none of my business. But what will your legacy be? You didn't think you were just here to just get some classes and get your degree, right?
I mean,
Of course you did. Of course that's what you thought if you're ordinary. But when you major, even when you're not in the majority, major men that's not in the majority leave a legacy. This crown cohort should be remembered for decades down the line, because you're going to leave an impact. Questions for me? Yes, sir.
How do you persuade someone who feels like they want to give up and drop out of college to probably stay and give it like an extra chance?
Man, it's tough.
Like you expect like when they already made the decision?
When they made the decision,
Yeah.
it depends if they're a friend. That encourage them to see what's best for them. And it's kind of strange, even if they don't want to drop out of college. Why? And what do they have planned? In some cases, that may be their path. But 8 times out of 10, if they drop out, they're going to want to come back. You make sure that you, as a friend, as a brother, at least let them know that you see something on the inside of them. And that no matter what decision they make, you support them, but you just want them to be successful. Because the crown still works, even if you're not here. But we want you to be here. Any other questions?
What was your biggest challenge in college?
Ooh, my biggest challenge in college, man, there were so many. Distractions. Distractions. There are so many distractions in college. a lot of distractions in college, man. But you have to keep your eye on what you have to know what you can. And here's another challenge that I know a lot of people are facing. Knowing who you really are. This is a moment where you really get to discover who you really are as a person, as a man. And some of you are going to find yourself in a strange place where you see some changes in you. Don't be afraid of the change, because the change is always a sign of growth. But manage that change and make sure you stay on course to improve. You said procrastination? Oh man. Everybody got that problem. That's a big problem in college. Because you don't have that person on you. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a big problem. Yes, sir?
how you feel about mental health?
I can't hear you.
I said, how you feel about mental health?
How do I feel about mental health? Oh man, it's a serious issue. It's a very serious issue. And I think that it impacts a lot of us, and I think that we need to take it seriously. And if any, you heard this from me, if you feel like you have a mental health issue, seek professional help. It takes a big man to seek professional help and be vulnerable enough to seek that type of help. Any other questions? Yes, sir?
So like, you feel like making connections through college got you to the position that you are in right now? So like you said, you were like management, right?
Yeah, man. Actually, I was a business management major, and it's funny now that I work at the same institution in which I matriculated, and a lot of my colleagues now were my professors then. And the way I carried myself in college, thankfully, I wasn't perfect, but what they saw was a good man. And so that's helped me become successful to some extent in my professional career at college, because they remembered how I carried myself as a student in college. But connections, man, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why get involved in internships, organizations, man. Stuff that y'all think is boring, like being a part of this club, y'all think just pay some money to get in the club, man. Just take that serious. Any trips, professional development, organizations, this type of organization that's a national organization, get involved in that. Got any grease in here? Okay. I'm about to do a new check. Okay. Any other questions? Look, fellas.
I got a question. So, when you were at Grambling, you now you work with some of your professors. I was a student here years ago. So, do you hope to have a family that would follow your footsteps and go to Grambling? If so, or if not, why? Why not?
As that law alum, man, of course, man, I would want, man, when I get married and if I have children, when I have children, sons, preferably, I would love them to follow in the old man's footsteps. But I do know and remember what Grambling did for me. It was a very nurturing environment, and I really became a man in Grambling. I really do. That's that's beyond the cliche, different world. Cliff Huxtable type stuff.
Right.
That's some real stuff. I really became a man at Grambling State University. Just the environment. I had to fight for myself, defend myself, learn a lot of things for myself. I was impressed with a young man. I used to be the director of financial aid, man. And so I know process. Matter of fact, if you hadn't done your FAFSA yet for 23-24, you late. I bet none of y'all did it either. It started when? October 1st, right?
October 1st. October 1st.
Y'all get that fast done. But back to what I was saying, man, it's a very nurturing environment, man, and I would love for my children to be able to receive that same type of care.
Gotcha.
Hey, brothers, it's been a privilege, it's been an honor. It was worth the drive coming down here, man, to be able to impart something in you. Hopefully you remember me. Hopefully you remember something that I said. And remember this, you're not in the majority, but you make it. And y'all be easy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ham. Sean. It might not be in the majority. You want to present it to them and talk about the different items inside? Yes, sir. You got the floor. Mr.
All right, Dr. Hams, I'd like to present you with a crown bag. We have our book that we read. Calendar. Oh, I ain't got you with a crown pole.
Oh, wow.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, one more time, y'all. One more time, y'all.